Testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this is Tete'sView, and I'm coming at you with light novel recommendation number 1, a series I want to start, just talking about light novels that I've read and have enjoyed. Not necessarily a review, but it's more of a, this is what it's about, this is why, these are a couple of things I enjoyed about it, and trying to get you to read these novels. Okay, and for my intro, I want to just talk about the Rising of the Shield Hero. So, in the light novel world, the story of being transported to another world and becoming involved in a fantasy-like world or setting where sword combat is the norm, magic exists, and there's a common enemy of the demon race or demon king. There exist different takes on this genre. The Rising of the Shield Hero is one of those unique takes. We have someone who finds himself transported into another world and tries his best to stay hyped about it. Unlike many other protagonists of other novels, he is sort of an otaku, or strictly a thinker. He refers to himself as a light novel nerd. And he, having read a lot of these novels, had considered the whole setup of being transported into another world and having himself be the character in this sort of setting as something he wished he could experience. Things aren't as kind to him, though. He runs into many situations of hardship, misunderstandings, and no, not the kya types. Sorry, that was a horrible attempt. He runs into a lot of misunderstandings and internal struggles. He needs to learn to take care of himself and to rely on his companions. He needs to learn to work with people he hates and that also hate him. He's stuck in this world and he can't do anything about it. The only thing he can do is learn how to live in this world. Alright, now that we have that introduction done, on to the next part. So our main character in the novel is, here, let me try this, Naofumi Iwatani. He's a man who many can relate to. At least putting myself in his shoes, I would probably react the same way he does when he was first summoned. That is to say, excited, quiet, and curious about the surroundings. Not exactly like scared right away, because I feel like it takes a while for you to adjust to whatever situation you get thrown into, unless like you're already suffering right away. So, I also believe the grudges he bears are understandable, and I hope it doesn't count as a spoiler. He's a man who reacts according to the situation. He is not an idealist, but he is someone who has been raised with a common sense and kindness that most of us have learned to relate with as being part of a human being. For example, if someone is suffering in front of you and you have the power to save them, what do you do? The story progresses at a semi-slow pace, but it's fast enough to have exciting moments of action and drama. A lot of the questions that one may have in the beginning are eventually addressed in later volumes. But since I've completed the whole story through web novel translations, it might take a while to adjust some of these or address some of these questions in the light novel version. And as of now, One Piece Books has a license on the novel releases and has released up to Volume 6, with Volume 7 coming out in April 2017. They're pretty thick-looking books, but are an easy read. I had someone I know start reading the book, and they told me that they really liked the way it was written. This is something I consider very much as well, because, like, depending on how the story is written, sometimes it's a question more of, like, how it conducts itself as a narrative. Is it first person or third person? Not that I mind either one, but sometimes in such situations the first person is better than the third person. Plus sometimes they switch and the switching becomes confusing, so you don't know when it goes from first person to third person to first person, second person, whatever. And I think that's really important. And I believe that the Rising of the Shield Hero conducts itself in a good way when it comes to this. Plus I think it's a very step-by-step book, progressing. He's not like He's not a hero who's like suddenly, I'm overpowered, which is a common theme in light novels, and it kind of Like I'm not really looking for that sometimes. It's nice to see, someone start from the bottom and then claw his way up. Alright, so this concludes the first light novel recommendation of my channel. If you liked what happened here, or you have any suggestions or comments, please drop a like, put a comment, and hopefully I'll be back to you with another recommendation as within a month, hopefully. Alright, thanks.